we got to talk about May's most anticipated. And you know where we got to start off? We got to start off on May 2nd with Redfall, the infamous Redfall. And like I said, dude, it's coming to Game Pass. I'm gonna play the damn thing. I already pay for Game Pass. Gonna check it out. See what they got going on in there. I'm not a frame rate snob. I think there could probably be still some redeeming qualities of this game. I do think the kind of scientific narrative that they got going on there of these rich people trying to reach immortality, like that's appealing to me. You know, the idea of it being more Far Cry than fucking Back for Blood. That's appealing to me. Those style of things are appealing to me. And I do, once again, I acknowledge and I understand 100,000% you first person shooter fans being like, hell no, I will not be playing this thing on Xbox. I'll either play it on PC or wait until the patch. I totally get that, or skipping it altogether. I totally get all that. But for someone like me who's like, I enjoy first person shooters, but I'm not really like proficient at them. I don't really go into them trying to be extremely skilled. I just kind of fuck around, dick around a bit, get a narrative out of it. I think Redfall kind of looks and sounds pretty interesting. Um, Once again, though, totally inexcusable. $1 trillion companies shouldn't be sacrificing one thing or the other. You should be getting, what you expect from $1 trillion company. You should be getting that. I totally grant you that, and I think all of the complaints, which I just threw a lot out there as well, I think they're all warranted. But all right, May 4th, once again, another Game Pass drop. We have Ravenlock, and the art style, the art style, man. That's really the selling point for Ravenlock here. It is just magnificent. It looks like a bad acid trip, like this wild hallucination that you're experiencing with these crazy enemies coming at you, and it's bright and colorful, and just with this zany, ever present danger feel to the world and to the game. Um, it it looks to have maybe some if I had to throw one critique out at it, it looks like the combat could be very samey and simplistic. But I just think when you look at the visuals of this thing alone, something that you're gonna want to just jump into and check out the world and see what crazy fucking color palettes they're putting together and crazy weird concoctions that they're throwing at the wall here with the world and the visuals and the crazy fucking bad trip that you're gonna be going down with Ravenlock here. So May 4th, that'll be dropping on Game Pass, Xbox, and PC, as well as same thing with Redfall, 30 frames per second on Xbox, and you get your full 60 frames and all that on PC. May 12th, we have Tears of the Kingdom exclusively to the Switch, obviously. And I I don't know where I stand with Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not, a big Nintendo guy. I'm not a Zelda guy, but I think I gotta jump in. It's like I gotta see what the hype is all about. Didn't play Breath of the Wild, so it's like, you know what? Let me do my due diligence here, and then dive into it, talk about it on the show, give you my impressions, my thoughts from the perspective of somebody who doesn't have the nostalgia connection, from somebody who will be going into it and looking at it as just an open world action adventure game, and then not really knowing the plot points. I think that could be a somewhat interesting perspective for people to hear, because I think that by and large what you're going to get on the internet is going to be people who love the franchise. And I like, when I talk about Resident Evil, that's something you always have to keep in the back of your mind, is I'm so invested in the franchise that, like, objectivity is damn near impossible when I'm talking about a Resident Evil game. But I feel like I'll be able to be pretty much 1000% objective with my thoughts on Zelda, because I literally have zero bias towards the game at all. Of course, I want it to be cool, and anytime I dump fucking $70 on the counter to pick up a video game. I want the damn thing to be great. But I do have to say I like some of the stuff that they got going on there with the crafting and the floating districts that you're exploring in the clouds and stuff. Like I definitely think the game looks compelling. It's something that I do want to check out, especially with like the vehicles that you're making and flying around with and taking throughout these landscapes and exploring. Like I'm down to check this out for sure. I I do think it definitely looks interesting. So Tears of the Kingdom, that will be May 12th. Amnesia the Bunker dropping May 16th. Game Pass day one as well. Big, real fucking big month for Game Pass. Obviously Xbox, SNS, PS4 not coming to PS5, which is really really interesting. Um, Look, man, Amnesia is a series that inspired many games. You're looking at your Somas and your Outlasts and Layers of Fear. It's very, very influential in that genre of the quote unquote walking sim horror genre. It inspired a lot of other titles, but Amnesia the Bunker seems to be adding a new big feature here, which is going to give you a revolver to defend yourself with, which for me is crucial for getting me into this style of game, because I've kind of phased out with the first person walking sim horror titles. You know, your Observers and your, like I said, I love Soma. Thought Outlast was pretty solid, but I I I'm even stuff like In Sound Mind and uh what was it, Saint Defina's Hotel and Oxide Room 104. Like these games are starting to add in just like little interesting twists that are just giving you a slight bit more agency and a little bit more gameplay. So I'm loving seeing that there's a little bit of evolution taking place within this genre, and I just hope Amnesia the Bunker really nails it with the new additions to gameplay there. Next up, we have Lego 2K Drive. I didn't write the damn release date down for that one. Let's head over to the Google and see when Lego 2K Drive is coming out. Okay, so Lego 2K Drive is dropping May 19th to all consoles. And this actually looks really fucking sick. I can't sit here and lie. This Lego 2K Drive game actually looks really sick. I'm not gonna buy it $70. Think that's a little bit insane. I know that 2K is not going to budge on that $70 price tag anytime soon, but yeah, I'm not buying Lego 2K Drive at $70. But I will say, I do think the game looks cool as shit. You're seeing the building mechanics where you're building your cars brick by brick. They're swapping on the fly between the driving on the water and driving on the road. And I think that I could be wrong on this, but I feel like I remember in the trailer seeing that you were even able to fly with your vehicle at some point. I don't know. Maybe they just hit a jump or some shit that looked like that. Regardless, it's a lot of creativity, customization, and all this shit taking place, and some fun little physics systems at play with Lego 2K Drive, where you're you know, if your car's too tall and you hit like a fucking you hit this barrier with your car, bricks will start to topple over. You go sliding into a rail, you'll see some bricks start to fall off the side of your car. Like that shit's just charming. It's fun. I enjoy a good kart racer, especially like a good, you know, local multiplayer couch setting. You're sitting there with some buddies, bullshitting with a kart racer. Like you really fucking can't beat that experience. So, and previews have been really positive on this Lego 2K Drive game. So I'm hoping that this thing does really well, and I'll be seeing it probably this Black Friday season, picking it up for I'll grab it for $30. I'll yeah, I'll say 30. If it comes out in reviews pretty well, $30, I'm there for Lego 2K Drive. And then on May 23rd, we have After Us. This is coming to next gen console and PC. This is I guess I would say the easiest way of describing it for me, or the easiest way of putting it for me, would be like a journey inspired adventure game. It's coming from a new developer, Piccolo Studio. Their first game with Private Division publishing it, which, Private Division, they have a little, their name holds some weight. So curious to see what they saw in this game. But yeah, I mean, immediately when you look at it, you're seeing the vibes, you're seeing the artistic expression on offer. It's like this post-apocalyptic, probably, I would assume, very depressing world that by the end of the game, you're getting this beautiful message revealed to you. And I'm a sucker for that shit. I am a big old softy. I love a good artsy game that hits you in the feels, gets you a little depressed, and then says, hey, at the end of the day, go chase your dreams and explore this world as it was meant to be explored. I'm down for it, man. After Us, May 23rd. And you know what? This next game I'm going to talk about is one that I think is on the receiving end of some slightly unnecessary criticism, I'll say. And that is The Lord of the Rings Gollum, that is dropping May 25th everywhere except Switch. I've seen some gameplay on this game that didn't look all that bad. And this whole, the climbing systems and the traversal, kind of like a little bit reminiscent of a stealth-based Uncharted in a way, where you're playing as the little fucking dude, the one character that you probably wouldn't want to play as in a video game from Lord of the Rings. But I love a good stealth game. And once again, you're talking about $60 here. Not doing for me. Not dropping $60 on this thing unless somehow everyone is just totally wrong and this thing comes out to be the next fucking Splinter Cell, Metal Gear Solid, best stealth adventure ever created. Then okay, maybe at that point I'll consider dropping my $60. But I don't think that's what we're going to be getting here. But with that being said, I really led into my discussion here of this game a lot more positive than it's ending up now. But I will say, I don't think it looks quite as bad as some people are making it out to look. It looks okay to me. It looks okay. A game that I could see dropping on Game Pass in a few months when sales expectations fall a little bit short, or gets a significant price cut. Grab a copy for $20, because I think it does have a physical copy, which that is always beneficial and appealing to me. So when I see that physical copy on sale, I might check out a little bit of old Lord of the Rings Gollum. I'm just down for like I said, stealth games. I'm always down to check out the good ones, because they're few and far between, just in general, not even good ones, but just few and far between with stealth games, period. So Lord of the Rings Gollum. And then honestly, I'm just assuming it's a stealth game because he's a little dude. Like, I don't know. I don't really know shit about Lord of the Rings. I watched a little bit of like a couple of them. My dad enjoyed them. I went to the theater with him one time and watched some Lord of the Rings. I don't remember which one it was. I ended up like going out to they had like arcade out there. I would just like fuck around in the arcade. I think one time he thought he lost me at that actually might have been while he was watching Lord of the Rings, because I'm not sure, but I remember one time he thought he lost me while I was out in the fucking arcade and he was just watching the damn movie by himself. I was like 4 or 5 years old. Not the world's best parenting, but that's how you end up the way I am today. All right. What are we at? May 26th. Oh no. Oh, yeah, wow. I don't know why I even included that. I was gonna talk about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, but that is no longer coming May 26th or July 26th or fucking August 26th. I somehow forgot. Damn, did I skip June? May 26th, June 26th, July 26th. You get what I'm saying? It's not coming out for a fucking while. Once again, being left by your parents at the movie theater, getting improper education that will make you jump from May to July, skipping June. Highly educated, not me. I apologize. System Shock remake May 30th, PC only. PC only, man. Not dropping on consoles the same day as PC. I hope it comes to consoles this year because I really want to fucking play this thing. You know, I really do want to check out System Shock the remake because it like inspired all these fucking immersive sim games that followed it. And you know, this and like Deus Ex, and it just like this was really the first big game of this genre where it was like all about the freedom of exploration and kind of being able to do almost anything in this world. And like, you know, I've heard great things about it. I've heard that 2 is the best of that bunch there, but I still want to check out the OG, the one that started this whole trend. But it's been developed, or it's been delayed many times, and I just hope that if it does launch on May 30th, that the console release is, you know, August, September ish. I hope it's not like 2024 before we see System Shock on consoles. So that is May's most anticipated games, or at least the most anticipated games of May that I'm interested in. So hit me in the comments below. Let me know what your most anticipated games of May happen to be.